Hey diggers, what you got in here fast? I had it scheduled for like, they usually go like an hour and a half. I thought I had it all set up and stuff, and then they tricked me. Um, that's all good. Says you're not watching me. I don't know who all was in here for last night's deal or whatever, but we were talking about the stuff going on YouTube or whatever. Like there's 4 of y'all in here commenting, or three, 4, and it says I got 0 people watching my live stream. Hey L, let's see, we got L, Courtney, David, Diggers, Mickey, Normal. I never get to sit through all of the live chats. Hey Chipper, anymore. It's like all I ever do is run outside, grab the 22, run outside, see what the dog is barking at. Grab the 22, run outside, see what the dog is barking at. Oh, on HTP's one, High Desert Pioneer or whatever. Yeah, we had stuff to accomplish today. That's cool, Tom. Hey, F crazy. Jae. Yeah, congratulations on the anniversary. I think me and my wife had an anniversary once. Or twice, or 28 times or something. No, I can't remember. How long did you put up with me? Don't say too long. Cut you off, didn't I? So what are we talking about anyway? I had like stuff to talk about last night, but last night was like a really depressing and mean Wes, and I don't really want to hang out with him again. He sucks. You see, Mickey, the trick to that is actually quite a bit different. It's happy life, happy wife. You know, makes for a miserable man if all he's ever trying to do is make a woman happy. But if he just makes sure life's happy, the people in it are happy. It's a little different. Works better. Give it a shot. Did you comment in here, Mrs. West? Well, somebody said hi.
I know, and I'm saying, chill out.
Don't make me whoop you in front of all these people. I'm scared I can cover the camera up and they ain't got to see me bleed. What a miss.
That's crazy, so 19 for us on Tuesday going to the coast to see if we can scare all the fish.
This will be 28, legit 28, right? But 29 together. Right? It changes every year. You can't expect me to keep up with
it. My ankle's better.
She says her ankle's better. Sweet Pea is in another town doing. I hope she's doing what she said she was doing. Let's just leave it at that.
It's her birthday.
It's her birthday. She's gonna go tie one on, and I mean, she's at a Bible group in another town with some nuns. Or not. Her birthday.
It's the 30th.
Yeah, that's y'all can't like change dates like that. But I guess this is her birthday weekend.
Yes, her birthday's Monday.
This is her birthday weekend, and she didn't want to spend it with her dad because she doesn't love me anymore because she's too old.
Dad on YouTube said they were just stopping in.
Hey, Dad.
Vet, that half crazy vet dude.
Yeah, probably. Hey, Farmall. She is out with friends, celebrating her birthday, with the intent of gaining closure on a defunct relationship. There, I told the truth. Those people, they all live up north. It's like weird to get on here and read the chat and see people talking about, oh, it snowed today. It was like 42 degrees at noon, and I woke up and there was icicles on everything, and I'm like, it was 93 today. We had the air conditioner running all night because we were dying. We had, today we're on phase 2 of our keto style diet. Today is our splurge day. We were able to actually not pay as close of attention to our carbohydrates. Now, we don't get to eat until 12 o'clock tomorrow or something, but well, I take that back. We can get up and have a bacon sandwich. You know, like 2 pieces of cheese. Well, no, can of cheese can. I don't know. Some kind of weird thing. We can have. Yeah. We gotta eat weird tomorrow for the first little bit. It's kind of weird. This is phase 2. Y'all guess how much weight I lost? I think I'm in love with Chipper. That is my target loss, though. You're very close, Chipper. Actually,
27, you've already lost that, haven't you?
well, I was bleep. Hold on, let me do math. Can I use your note, Chipper? Y'all want to hear what Chipper wrote me? Wes, you are the greatest YouTuber I've ever seen in my whole life. I really appreciate your channel and hope that you make more and more and more and more and more and more and more videos because I don't have a life except for watching your channel. Love, Chip.
Didn't he just tell you a while ago that Lars wet their pants?
Somebody did. I can't remember that one. No, I haven't lost that much yet. Well, wait a minute. Yeah, I have. Well, no. Okay, hold on. That's right.
You have to be close to that because you've lost more than me.
I've lost more inches around my belly, that's it. What are the guesses? 27 and 10. Y'all, I don't know what, neither one of you win. It was, I have lost 24 pounds of fat. $24 pounds of fat on my belly. The first 20 dropped off of me like it was nobody's business. And the scale was messing with me. I actually thought I'd lost more than I had lost. But got a better scale that we're referencing now. And
How long did it take? Not quite 2 months.
not quite 2 months. And literally, I still eat as much as I want. I don't sit around going, I'm so hungry, or nothing. I mean, my exercise has increased because I can't just go make me a sandwich now. I have to actually go make me something to eat. So it occurred to me though that when I tried to bend over to tie my shoes, that I'd set up and I would have to catch my breath because my stomach was pressing against my legs, pushing against my diaphragm, making it hard for me to breathe. I'm like, well, that's just stupid. So tried my own little thing there, and I cut out, I have a Vice, it's breakfast cereal, and I stopped that, but yeah, didn't really, that stopped me from gaining anymore, but I didn't lose anything. And then my Mrs. West has started the keto thing, and I honestly, I mean, put everything out here on the table. I just did it to support her. You know, it wasn't fair for me to eat toast while she's over there eating cheese and boiled egg. Okay? I was like, I can do this. And the food was very, well, it was way past survivable. Some of the food we've eaten has been amazing, honestly. Like I say, it's a little bit more work and more research. There are things that you miss, like sweets.
I'm gonna make some chocolate chip cookies.
But yeah, she got a recipe for chocolate chip cookies that don't have sugar in them. We can't like go crazy on them, but you can have a deal here or whatever. But anyway, long story short, you know, she started it, I got it, and it was working, and I'm like, wow. So I actually got deliberate on it, and it's been working really great. I can walk quite a bit further, just dropping 24 pounds, no added exercise, no nothing. Well, I don't know, I guess I have added exercise because I've had more energy. I can walk further. I can climb stairs faster instead of having, you know, being in excruciating pain when I get up a flight of stairs. I'm okay to walk on across the floor and go to the door. It's,
Mickey said almost 20 inches on the paleo.
I mean, see, the paleo is a lot like the keto because you don't get to eat the processed grains and stuff, which is where most of your carbs hide at. I could be wrong on that. I'm not that up on the paleo diet. But the difference in me from 2 months ago when we started this to now is noticeable. The difference on Mrs. West S between when she started it and now is very noticeable. Downside to this is she's going to have to go shopping because she needs clothes. Either that or we'll have to get her some suspenders because her britches keep falling off. You want to borrow my camel suspenders? Or you want some rubber band suspenders? Do that. Yeehaw. Oh, okay. Probably. I was joking around and I had made my target weight 170, 175. But I honestly think that legitimately, as it stands right now, if I can get to 180 and maintain a 180, I'll be happy. Because, hey, world without rule of law, Mr. Timo, how you doing? How tall am I? I go from the floor all the way to the top of my head. That's another thing. When I was 27, I was 6'1". Well, it's just under an eighth of an inch shy of 6'1". And
as you get older, you shrink.
As I got older, I shrank. But the more gravity has to work with, the stronger it can affect such. I tore my back all to pieces when, I don't know, how old was I? Oh, long forever ago.
When you hurt your back?
Yeah.
It was the beginning, well, or like the spring of '93.
In the spring of '93, I tore my back up. You know, I was bedridden for 6 months. Crawled around on my hands and knees for another 6 months after that.
I had a 20-month-old, a 6-month-old, and my husband crawling around the floor. And I was under 20. And that's...
It wasn't fair. Anyway, that's one of the reasons I firmly believe in God. Oh, I was hunched over in church, all twisted up from the swelling and the pain and the bones jagging against bone and the doctors telling me I was going to wind up on disability and needed to become used to voting for people I did a lot. And it felt like somebody poured cold, or not cold, warm, pleasantly warm water down my back. I could feel it hitting my neck. And I could feel it running down my back. And I was standing up straight. I've got the MRIs. I've got the dye tests. I've got all the proof that my back was crushed. And it's not. So y'all can say whatever you want to about Jesus and God and this, that, and everything else. You ain't gonna convert me to heathenism. It's like what happened. Yeah. Thank you. So, yeah. Anyway, was 3 months after that, started college, and got out of college and been duking raw, hard physical labor ever since. Now my back kills me all the time now, but that's because I work too daggum hard. Later, DOT. And hey, Dad, just FYI, or just before you leave, let me know you're still in here, man.
Digger barely weighs 55. I won 55. I gained 20 pounds over the last 3 years finally.
Well, okay. Dad, we were talking back and forth on one of the videos or whatever in the comments and stuff, but I don't know why I wasn't praying for that, and I don't know why it works sometimes and it doesn't other times. I don't know. But you and yours are in my dreams as well as my prayers, and it's gonna be right. I don't know how it's gonna work out. I'm not a prophet or anything. Just keep praying. Okay? I love you, brother. I just wanted you to hear that before you left. Okay? It's all good. Accidents happen. I want to know who fed the chicken what.
The chicken was outside for a while today. There's no toilet.
I'm going to have to talk to Steve about babysitting my baby chicken. She come home with need to change her diaper all the time and stuff. The chicken is in timeout because the chicken would not stay out of the stinking way. She's in her box with her towel on. She's down for the night. I'm not letting that... Shut up! I'm not letting that bird out of that box. Again. She acts like she owns the house. Dad, only on Earth.
Yeah, but better.
The only on the chapter on Earth. That's it. That's the only one that's written.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
She won't be suffering anymore. But I mean, not that people want to hear that.
My dad, or not my dad, my brother. Do what?
Courtney, that's your fault.
It is my fault. I should have let the cat eat the chicken when she was a baby. I should have just left her out there in the house to freeze to, or the well house to freeze to death. But I didn't, so I'm stuck with this. But when I watched my brother, when I watched cancer eat my brother alive, I'm not, but I didn't know I could pray that hard. I didn't know I could spend that much time on my knees. I didn't know I could get that far. You know, when it wasn't turned around, I couldn't understand why. You know, I had to fight through the whole faith thing, and you know, he says if you ask, you receive, and if you have faith, this will work and that'll work and everything. And I don't know why he took him. I don't know why he let that happen to Tony. He did. He's my God. He knows what's right. All I know is what I know. He knows everything. And that I had to accept. And that's a fact. So, don't know who or what. I don't know what my brother's doing now, but he's better here than he's better where he's at than he would have been here had he made it after everything that he went through. And I've seen people with cancer eating their body. I've seen it just, you know, wake up, go to their next appointment, and it be gone from prayer. So, I don't know. I think, honestly, I think that's the lesson he tries to teach us. Is that he is God. Think about it. I mean, if someone's saved and they draw their last breath, they draw their last breath on earth, that's all. So for God to take them from us, it's not an injury to us, it's not an injury to him, it's not an injury to them. It causes us grief, but that's all. We grieve because we are missing out on the person. But, you know, if the person was saved, then the person's way better off than we were. And even though Tony had gotten mad at the church because, justifiably so, he never went back to being a bad human being. So I don't think, I don't believe you can lose. I honestly believe in the once saved, always saved. I just think it's a little different than the Baptist preachers push it. You know, if you don't mean the prayer, it doesn't do you any good. If the prayer doesn't change you, it didn't do you any good. If you're not going to follow through with everything that the Bible tells you need to follow through with, it's not going to do you any good. Courtney, get away from that fudge. It's not fudge, it's brownies. That volcano caramel chocolatey sugary thing, you stay away. Leave it alone. It's gonna make my grandbaby fat. You make that baby be born fat and naked. It's gonna be your fault. How we wind up in church? Thought we were going to talk about prepping and stuff. Yeah, brownies. They're like super delicious. Like, if I smelt them, I wouldn't be able to have any more carbs for a week. Yeah, Mrs. West says he sure does. Hey, y'all ever seen an eye? Or a bush baby? How many people think a bush baby, there's another quiz for the thing. How many think a bush baby's a cute little animal? I mean, you know what a bush baby is, right? Got the big old eyeball. I mean, that cute, right? I'm missing something. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say was the platinum.
Yeah, I mean, explain that one. Alright, so natural selection. This beaver has a duck bill and eats worms and has poisonous spurs on his back legs. The most toxic damn mammal on the planet. Actually, more toxic than most rattles or most snakes. The one thing you don't want to get stung by, spurred by, injected venom from, is a platypus. Did y'all know that? But anyway, the bush baby, the cute little thing, who's out? Hey, Rainbow Unicorn Militia.
He's been here a while.
Why not? You need to get like a bigger thing that pops up and says, "Hey, I'm here."
Courtney even said hi when he first came.
Yeah, but I'm looking at this really handsome dude over here.
I'll try to tell you next time.
Okay.
Sorry.
Anyway, the bush baby, those cute little things people used to keep, those are vicious carnivores. They don't eat raisins and grapes. They are ferocious predators. How about that? Let's wrap all the cuteness on the entire planet in this little squirrel. And then let's make it a murderer. That, I think, is funny. Google it on the YouTube and watch some of the videos of how they eat. They'll be like on this tree and then they fly across and they just rip the head right off some poor little bug and then just eat it.
30 seconds.
Probably. I mean, you're bringing this thing into your house and you're letting it run around in your house and stuff and you're sleeping and it's this nocturnal thing that's crawling around and it's probably up there on the chandelier looking down at you going, if I was just 3 ounces heavier, I could take that one. You know.
So it eats your face?
Yeah, until it eats your face, exactly.
Otter? Why would an otter eat your face? Are they mean?
Otters are, yes, they're like the other really cute little animal everybody wants to cuddle and hug, but they will rip your face off. Well, that gang of otters took that monkey down, ate his butt.
And chocolate.
Oh, so cereal and a chocolate devil is way better. My bad.
No, I love ferrets. I had 3 of them.
Ferrets are, did y'all know that ferrets are actually indigenous to the continental United States? I did not know that crap. I thought they were like some imported thing. They're actually like normal. I have a phobia of monkeys too. I don't. It was from going to the zoo when I was a kid. It was horrible. Me personally, I think that, you should leave all the feral cats alone to live their lives just as happy and free of worry as humanly possible. Yep. Ooh, hey, Rainbow. Oh, yep, I was going to do that. Rainbow Unicorn Militia, did you see this the other day? Dun dun dun. Oh, I didn't get I was supposed to, hey Courtney, y'all still didn't let me get my picture thing out of your car. Not that we live anywhere close to the same part of the world or anything like that. But, did you see this, Rainbow Unicorn? Wait, let me do it like this.
Why does it say sign in to chat? Oh, it went away now.
Dun dun dun. Only they fixed this and this is laying down here. It's like over here. The D is over here where my finger is. It's off like dead. Who? Oh, this, I forgot. This is Goodbye Gyro should have sent out an SOS. Gyro the black goat is no longer running around bullying the other animals in the yard. The end. I have video. It's going to take a while to slice something together out of it that I can put up on. I'm going to And that's going to be the first Patreon video up that's actually going to be worth seeing. You don't have to be a patron. I'm not going to have it set to where you have to be a patron to see it or anything. I'll just put the link on my Patreon account if you want to watch it. I highly caution you. I don't want to watch it, but I'm going to put it up there. I think I'm going to put videos about homesteading, the back end of subsistence farming that people don't want to know about, or think about rather, on there, the stuff that they take off of YouTube. If you follow the instructions on how to end your goat so that it's palatable, or your sheep, then it's rough. That long distance, you know, pound and a half, 1/8 inch travel, problem solved stuff, that's easy. This other stuff ain't easy at all. Hey, Ray, Johnny would say, is the rash gone from the, it was Drew that got the rash, right? I kept having to jump up and run outside a while ago. The dog was barking at everything under the sun, it seemed like. It says, I got kicked out of a church once for that, what you just said there with that "let there be light" Big Bang thing or whatever. Because the preacher was all rah rah rah, Big Bang Theory is a load of yah yah yah. It says like blah blah, and he reads off Genesis, first chapter of Genesis. I'm like, that sounds like a Big Bang to me. And all it's science trying to explain the Bible. They've been doing that since science was invented. And he didn't like that at all. He didn't like that at all. I mean, there was nothing, there was everything. That's like kind of like the way it says it. In the beginning, God created. Bam. So. Did he answer? Ellie. Blue? Ooh, so I went to from a strawberry rash to the bruising or whatever.
Ron was out.
BA, I'll see you later. Tell Sippy happy birthday again. Give her a hug. Hug on your kids for me. I'll never get to meet them, but I'm enjoying watching them grow up. Tell all your peoples hi from Texas. And sleep tight. Yeah, me and Gyro, the black goat, hung out. I mean, until he turned into a total snark. Yeah, jerk face. I mean, dude, we were cool. He'd walk up, I'd scratch his head. I'd sit out there eating sunflower seeds. He'd eat the hulls. You know, we'd walk around, we'd talk, he'd follow me all over the yard, man. You know, I'd cut down trees, he'd eat the leaves. We're buddies. And because he got to be, I mean, literally headbutting everything on the planet. I mean, he was headbutting the pregnant nanny goat in her side. Just he'd sneak up on him, but bam, headbutt her. Everything on the property had to be on constant lookout for Gyro, the black goat.
Are you saying you were a bad influence on the goat?
Yes, pretty much, probably. Bad influence and bad friend.
Well, yeah, a bad friend, you slit his throat.
Yeah. Thank you, honey.
Just saying.
Just saying. I'm the guy that had somebody sneak up behind him and grab him by the back legs while I grabbed him by a horn and put an 8-inch blade through his jugular and everything else and held him while he spewed out on the ground. Hey, Trine. Yeah, the thing with I didn't know if I had it in me to do what we had to do today. And it actually worries me some that it didn't bother me more than it did. Yeah, I said hey. I think I did. Maybe I'll say again, hey, Trine. And that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I was trying to say on my. I'll like do the unlisted or private or however it works on the YouTube, and then I'll post a link if I can figure out how to do it. Well, I'll figure out how to do it, and I'll post a link on my Patreon, which you should be able to. I think it's under Wes S, the real one, or something, on Patreon. Good night. And I'll put a link on my page or whatever to my Patreon or something. I'm not trying to make any money off of it. And if y'all want to give me $1 a month to be over there, that's y'all's business. But that way I can put the videos that have all been pulled down off of my YouTube. I can put them in the private or whatever, and you can go over there because I've got several how to do the less than cool stuff on the farm videos that aren't on my channel anymore. Like, well, guinea pigs. Guinea pigs in the country of origin were kept as house pets because, oddly enough, they would eat the scraps and they were easy enough to clean up after and everything, and they basically kept them in the house and they petted them and loved on them and the whole 9 yards. Then when company came over, they took the fattest, healthiest pet, and that's what was for dinner. Every guinea pig in this town belongs to our gene pool, I think. We brought guinea pigs to town, and then we got tired of having guinea pigs, and we gave them all to the pet store, and she's still selling guinea pigs. But anyway. Yeah. Although, what did Crystal say?
Crystal said that she had a colt that kept doing like that, but took a trip to the vet and snipped.
Oh yeah, best behavior. And that's the deal. Oh, Gyro had been snippy.
That's what I was telling her.
But he didn't have no nothing. And that was the deal. The nanny kept going into Estes, and she would like run away from the billy goat and go over to him, and he'd be like, "I can't do anything." I think it just made him mad, and I think she drove him crazy.
Brian, at 13, I had to hold a goat to be shot for butchering. I don't know if I'd hold him while somebody shot him.
Well, see, that's if I couldn't actually pull it off today, that was my plan. It's.
Now, shoot him in the head.
Do what?
I said if the animal's standing over there, I'll shoot him in the head, but I don't want somebody holding him while I do it.
Yeah. Well, and I don't shoot him in the head. It's actually faster if you shoot him in the spinal cord, but it blows. You lose the neck roast, but that's the only thing. But if you shoot them in the right one, their heart keeps pumping, but the shock knocks their brain out, and they don't feel it. And why am I talking about this? This is so going to get pulled down. That's why I do neck shots when I deer hunt, because you don't have to worry about bone fragments in the parts of the meat and stuff that you want, and you get to keep the heart and the liver and everything, as opposed to shooting them in the kill zone in the chest and stuff, and driving a piece of rib cage through stuff you didn't want it to go through and stuff like that. Now, if they're way out there or whatever, you go ahead and go for the whatever. But if you're in a deer blind and you've spent the last 9 months practicing for being in the deer blind and shooting from 100 to 150 yards, and you go to the range and you can put 10 rounds in the bottom of a coffee cup consistently, you shoot the deer in the neck.
David.
What?
David.
Yeah, it's like you never know what you're gonna get on here. I guess we've gone through the whole spectrum of stuff, guys. I used to work at a racetrack, and sometimes snipping the horses would help, but sometimes it didn't. Geldings, you really need to geld them young, just because. Did you put sugar in this or that sweetener stuff?
I really don't know.
Because it's the aftertaste from it.
Oh, then I may have.
Maybe so. And it doesn't matter to me, doe, buck, whatever. If I'm out there hunting and my birthday's the day that I'm 5 years old, walks up and he's got a glorious rack and a neck the size of a Brangus bull, I'm still gonna shoot him in the neck. This is the way it's gonna be, because I'm not putting him on my wall. If he's lucky, I might take a hacksaw and cut his horns off so I can get to the brain, but yes, they do. Smart Alec. Funny har har. Mrs. West S is reminding me that she's a better shot than I am, which is annoying. But not that she's reminding me, but just that she is.
T-Bor found 3 carbon steel butcher knives at the thrift store today.
Did you get them all? I would have. I gotta shoot my sister. No, y'all fail to understand. Never said I was a bad shot. I'm just saying this woman scares me with a rifle. Okay? That's all I'm saying. There was a bird that had been annoying me for days. And I finally had enough, and it landed on top of, and there's nobody for miles out behind the house. Anyway, it landed on top of a light pole for one of the security lights that didn't have a security light on it anymore. It was just this telephone pole sticking up, or power pole sticking up, and this bird just sitting up there. I don't know what kind of bird it is, don't care. I shot it 3 or 4 times. It never fluttered. And I was beginning to think something was wrong with my gun. I mean, yeah, it was a 22 and it was like, I don't know what, 75 yards probably. Anyway, but back then I used to do that all the time. I actually have my, this gun is the one she did it with. This gun is sighted in at 100 yards. And at 100 yards, that gun will put consistently, it'll put every round in the bottom of a coffee cup. You know, and I used to do that all the time. I was missing the bird. She said, well, here, let me see it. She took the gun, she put one in the chamber, she threw it up there, she went bang, and the bird fell down. I don't know if she'd ever shot the rifle before in her life. She pulled the trigger, she killed the bird, went over there and checked, she'd blown its head off at 75 yards after I'd missed it 4 times. It was embarrassing.
Sergeant Smith.
Hey, Sergeant Smith. Everybody keeps sneaking in here. Vampire red with your hair. I'm gonna have to be careful then, because I like to tell redhead jokes. Wes's rule 1: we don't marry redheads. Mostly because I'm already married to a brunette, and that would like be awkward. But tried that other thing once. Didn't work out too good.
CM's in here.
Hey, CM.
I wish it was in the trash, though.
What was in the trash?
When Sergeant Smith announced he was here, he said, speaking of the rifle, the raccoon digging in the trash got popped with a 243 this morning. And then Digger says, 243 on a coon, bet that was a mess. Well, if it was in the trash, it's okay.
Yeah, you don't have to clean up much. I don't like the 243 cartridge. Well, yeah, I do. I mean, too much recoil.
Person West, that's another example of a big guy showing he has a sense of humor, moving those bullets away from that bird while you were shooting.
Exactly. He's probably like, oh, you want some humility, boy? I'll show you some humility. She hid all her little ribbons from boot camp. But I swear that that's not a marksman's ribbon or whatever. She had that, whatever the one was up from it.
Never date a redhead, a stripper, or a woman named Tiffany.
Exactly.
And then Al says, so definitely not a redheaded stripper named Tiffany.
And especially not if her mom's name's Linda. True story, both of my ex-mother-in-law's names were Linda. There was one rule I beat into my kid's head. That if you like a girl and you want to ask her out, before you ask her out, say, hey, what's your mama's name? And if they say Linda, just picture her with a mustache and walk away.
And instead, Lila marries a Tiffany.
Yeah. Lila marries a Tiffany with a mother named Linda. Ow.
And then wondered why it didn't fall.
And wonders why things went south. I don't know. I guess Linda's just not meant to be a mother-in-law. I've had people tell me that their mother-in-law was named Linda and they loved them to pieces. So maybe it's just a me thing. I just, some of us just dating the wrong people. That's people forget that that's the reason for dating, is to find out whether or not you can tolerate the person, whether or not you really enjoy the person's company. Me, I didn't have any choice in the matter. I was minding my own business, and the next thing I know, my wife did voodoo on me, and now I'm here. 29 years later, a slave to her black magic. I'll shoot you with this real bit. I don't. She said she didn't do nothing, but she was like, oh, blah, 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 and stirring up some stuff in some cast iron pot, and then she threw some dirt in my eyes, and that's it. She took me out to some Indian burial ground in the middle of a meteor shower and stuff. Just all the numbers are there for it, baby. Just can't deny it. Just confess. Confess now, openly and publicly, that you voodooed me. I will still love you. She said no. I don't think so.
It's chipper.
What chipper say? What of us? What of us?
I don't date anyone my wife doesn't approve.
Oh.
Why you have to put me on blast like that, Legal?
Hold on, I'll try to catch up.
Jim Beer is in here.
And people sneaking in all over the place. Jim, Kenneth. I'm really bad at catching all you people. In case y'all are worried, y'all supposed to be telling each other hi. And Mrs. West S is trying to keep up with all y'all. She's the off screen. She's just gonna type it in. I told her she should get her chair and come over and hang with me, and she looked at me like that one way I don't like her to look at me because it scares me. Whenever she looks at me like that, all I can see is a little bead with a V behind it. It's just like it goes right to my soul. If it comes to Venus and Chico, she'll send it all to you. I think I may put that neck roast in the thing. Dude, Gyro was fat. Probably did him a favor, and actually his heart was real lean, but what's that stuff? I forget the name of it. There's a name for the belly fat, the layer of fat that encases the internal organs. And I'm glad that I knew that this stuff was important and kept it.
Digger says be right back.
Alright, Digger. But what, put that on, I mean, it took a gallon bag to put all that in. Well, 2/3 of a gallon freezer bag to put just the fat from his stomach and everything. It was amazing how not starved that animal was.
That whole fashion right through his stomach. Crystal. That's how she got her gal.
Yeah. Mrs. West S. walked out of a cafe wearing an olive green and white striped sweater with dark brown curly hair and had the most energetic and innocent of steps. She looked like an angel was dancing across the parking lot coming towards the truck. And she's the prettiest woman I've ever seen in my life. She walked out of the room, so there y'all go. And I don't know why she don't like being in front of the camera. She's still the prettiest woman I've ever seen in my life. Can't believe she actually gave me time of day. She was way out of my league. I think she wasted the dirt and the voodoo, honestly. Kenneth, I've tried to cook it umpteen dozen 100 times. It's she doesn't like the taste. That was something else. I found out my wife drove a manual transmission truck, and I was just like, whoa. I mean, where'd this little swamp angel come from? Thank you. Now that's hot. I've tried the salt water. I've tried light vinegar. I've tried apple juice. I have tried garlic. I have tried everything. It's like she can sense that it's Bambi and she just can't get it past her taste buds. I don't know what to do with it. A guy asked if it was the taste or the texture that threw you off.
Yeah, I just answered him.
Oh. Tried to stew it, made chili out of it. Did a barbecue, slow cooked it just like you would a brisket with everything, chopped it up, put extra barbecue sauce on it, and still it's like boom, instantly not gonna eat that. And she's the only one in the family that won't eat it. Everybody else is like, that's delicious. Deer is one of my favorite animal. I mean, that's why everybody talks about going to the hills and shooting deer. I'm like, no, y'all leave those alone. Those are mine. Y'all come around here trying to shoot my deer. I'll be making me some long pork.
Savage survivors in here. I don't know when he came in.
Savage snuck in here. Hey, Savage. Marky Kangaroo. I don't know if that'd work. And it's not because it's wild, because she'll eat the, we shoot a wild hog. She's right up in there on the dinner table. You took a bite of that squirrel too, didn't you? I think so. Couldn't get you to eat the rabbit though. I don't know what the deal was there.
Trying out.
Later, trying. Be careful. Hey, any storms going through Oklahoma yet? I should ask you that last night, but be careful because it's coming on season. Ooh, what am I missing? Who's barking back and forth? Oh, Leila, ain't nobody gonna let you ride that daggum 4-wheeler you bought. That thing's a suicide machine. The Dream Police the other day. What did they stop you for? Being too sexy? Being too sexy for your beard or what? I'm actually thinking about looking for a motorcycle, but I got other stuff to do. I think if I had a choice between a motorcycle and a utility vehicle, like a mule or something like that, I would so go for the mule. I've never tried snails. I did a seafood place once. I did some big critter out of the ocean. It was actually not bad. It was a little chewy though. My wife's okay with me riding a motorcycle because she knows I'm a responsible and safe adult.
Be right back, kitten drum.
Uh-oh. JD has a 1984 Hardly Stays Running for sale. No, thank you.
Wes, I got stopped by the Dream Police.
Yeah, ask him what the Dream Police stopped him for.
And then he said, Border Patrol, they stopped for the whole crew wearing gear.
You pull through wearing gear? Where am I? Oh, there it is. Oh. Yes. I just couldn't figure out why the Dream Police was stopping you. Thought maybe they thought you were an escaped Russian or something.
60-degree weather and I had the heater going. Oh, good grief. No. Chipper says you need to see pictures of his Honda scooter.
I would so. What are those old scooters? Look like you riding around with a bubble stuck under your butt and a wheel in front of you. What is it? Dang, there's a guy here in town, man. That dude works every day, goes to school, cruises everywhere on that little Honda scooter. Vespa, yeah. That guy's got a set of things on him. He's straight up. I got more respect for him than any of those old boys cruising around on big old Harleys. He's just like, I'm a man. I got to do what I got to do. I mean, the end. He tried to prove that to nobody. He needed transportation. I tried the Harley thing and got tired of working on it, honestly. Bought a Honda, rode it until the spokes started flying out of it, and then put some more spokes in it. Probably should have put some new tires on it. Yeah, BMWs are cool. The 60s, mid to late 60s, those were nice bikes. I'd like to have one of the newer BMW touring bikes, but the whole I hate Nazis thing. And I don't want a big old honking. My Leland's bike, man, is too stinking big. I don't have any reason for anything like that. I mean, but yeah, 750 cc's is plenty of everything. I mean, I don't want to drag my house down the road at 80, 90 miles an hour. And if the rest of the guys I'm riding with want to leave me behind on the side of the road, you know, because
we had sauerkraut not before last night.
sauerkraut's not German.
It is so. Flat for life.
That's probably what had the dog set off, was the ambulances a while ago. Hey, Mr. Ellis. Liberty Cabbage, yeah. No, my dad was dead set against anything German. Wasn't much up on the whole Nazi party at all. So.
Mr. Ellis, did you say hi to him?
Yes, I said yes. He actually has a camper, and they're actually really cool. But you know, was yours a 13? Is it 1300 cc or better, Lynn? I can't remember. Some crazy ass motor. I had a car with that size engine in it.
What was that sausage that he cooked in?
Bratwurst.
No,
Bratwurst.
it wasn't. It was a weird word, like this one that Stuart said. It was something like that.
I don't know, but there's some in there. We could have that for breakfast. No, wait, that's got a few carbs in it. Never mind. Can't handle carbs in one. Dang it. Yeah, somebody brought up the whole Hope Leland's all well and everything. That's, y'all pray him some peace. He's wigging himself out. He's taking words of caution and converting them to words of threat. He needs to breathe and believe God's got this, boy, son, young man. Oh yeah, 17. See, I mean, I used to race a Toyota that had 1800 cc's in it. I could beat 360s and well, I could beat any of the small block V8s off the line in that thing. My top end was nothing, but I could get the top end a lot quicker than they could. They could touch me in an eighth of a mile. And when you consider that's what we were racing, it was embarrassing for them. But, yeah. You get past 1,000. I mean, see my little crooked finger? I don't know if y'all can see that or not. This finger right here. It's this divot. This divot right here. You see this divot right here. This causes me pain all the time. That was an 1100. There's such a thing as too much. I used to think I wanted a KZ 900, but I don't. I want another CBK like I had before. Just a 750 CBK. You know, that's what I want. I'd take an F, but I'd prefer a K. Yeah, I was leaving the parking lot today and had to. I got committed to one side because I saw a car in the far lane, and I was going to go to the inside lane. And as I was crossing the 2 lanes of traffic to the turning lane, that's when the guy's headlight came on his bike, and I noticed that he was there. He was accelerating past the car, but I was able to turn into the suicide lane. Bikes are scary, but you know, people not paying attention or guys out there with bikes that are too big to be riding like there's nobody else on the road is usually what causes the trouble. Keep riding.
J, that J-A, whatever, and then Elster.
That's just messed up. See, what you need to do is stay away from them roving bands of gypsies. And don't ever marry my wife because she wants to like go live with gypsies. She literally wants to go to the missionary field and go to where the gypsies live, and we're supposed to convert all the gypsies to Christianity while we live in gypsy tents and stuff. Everybody needs goals. It would be kind of cool, except for the part where that's Northern Europe and it's cold over there. Oh.
Not Chipper.
Good night, Chipper. And the same to you, Sergeant Smith. You doing good, brother? You need to be doing good. Huh, that's weird. I hope they don't ever see my little toes. They'll be like wanting to do genetics on that. There's gypsies in Dallas. I knew I hated that town. Good. Poof. Chipper did magic and just disappeared. Did you see that? That's so cool. So you're going to California? Ha. Sorry.
I am getting deployed to a hostile.
Yeah, don't get shot or blowed up, or don't shoot nobody or blow anybody up unless you have to, alright? Unless you're in California and then parties on. Just saying.
She's in South Carolina.
I know he's in South Carolina,
No,
but...
somebody asked him.
Oh, sorry. Stay alive, don't die. Exactly. How long have we been in here? Oh, gosh. Step 1. Survive. That's my whole we eat, seek, survival thing. We're all looking to survive something. Everyday life. Global catastrophe. Divorce. Sick kid, sick spouse. Teenagers. Something. We're all trying to survive something. So, whether we know it at all, we're all survivalists.
Sergeant Smith, step 2, return home.
Step 2, return home. I'm still mad at my brother about the mountains. Hell, me and Tony were supposed to go. We were going to go over to El Paso-ish and rig out, and then we were going to go to the start of the mountains, and we were going to try to ride the entire Rocky Mountain range horseback. We never got around to that. Mostly because we both got married and stuff, but we always figured we could do it when we were old. I can still do it. I just converted it from horses to me and a 72 two-door Chevy Impala, metal flake blue, doing the coast road.
That crystals thing freaked me out for a second there. I was like, what? I'm guessing she's talking about her cat, but when she said Sweet Pea, I thought of Kirsten, and I'm like, how would you know what Kirsten's fingernails are like? Tibor said now that North and South Korea are going to be friends, where's our troops going to go?
Yeah, this is true. I want to go to the Big Bend. We were going to spend our vacation. Just calm down, boy. We were going to spend our vacation at the River Bend over by San Saba this year, but it's all good. And I don't think our troops are going to be going anywhere. You know, even if that miraculously does happen, it's not going to change our troop deployment for another 10, 20 years. We've got too much invested in South Korea to just say, okay, everything's cool now, we'll leave. China would really like that, but that's not going to happen. If we do that, then we might as well just go ahead and doom South Korea to communism. And that's not going to happen. Yeah, and they are Stormy Daniels. why would she like do all this that she's doing or whatever? I mean, there's something's going on. We won't know what it is till it's too late.
Virginia H said hello.
Hey, Virginia, I missed you. Y'all know I'm a like Bible thumper, right? So today, while I'm removing connecting tissue from the skin, I'm running through my head with all the whatevers. And me and my wife had talked about it a little bit on the way to town to get breakfast and till somebody's garden area, that if Trump's actually able to rework the way politics are done and the world starts going to peace and everybody starts working together and stuff like that, that means I voted for the wrong guy. As a Christian, I voted for the wrong guy. You know what I'm saying? That would suck. Chris McBee, is that who you're talking about?
Yes.
See, I didn't. How come I didn't know all that? I talked to him. Does he? See, I guess I'm gonna have to quit doing stuff and just stay on here and watch YouTube videos all the time.
No.
You never let me do anything. See, now y'all know why I don't get to keep up with everybody's videos, because Miss West S is mean and she won't let me.
Now elsewhere it's like, oops.
Oops. See? There goes opposite.
Well, no, if it's a miracle, you should share.
Yeah, if it's a miracle, you're supposed to share. That's true. I share my miracle. For all you people that are late, you're going to have to go back and watch the first part. People never believe it, but I can prove it, so I don't care.
He's pretty open about it, but he doesn't want kids. He's a great guy, though.
Pitiful fools.
Syria. I can see as we did knock out most of their bases and have to do them that weekend.
Yeah, Syria's a possibility, but if we move full bore into Syria, then Russia's going to be forced to move into Syria full bore. And that's not going to end well. I don't believe that Syria is worth the trouble. Unless that is the end game. That's a nervous habit. Oh. I wonder if that's what the preacher thinks whenever he gets started preaching, and I'm trying to listen to what's going on real hard, and I'll pull out my knife and I'll start. Because if my hands aren't moving, my brain starts running ahead of me. So I have to do stuff. And I've always got a knife on me so I can like do my fingernails or whatever. And I wonder if the preacher's up there going, he's got his knife out again. I better get this right. I never thought about that. That's funny. Ooh, got some smack talking up in here.
Yeah.
Right, I might need a fly swatter too. Smack, smack. Don't make me duct tape you to the floor again. You are reaching for something to throw. Don't throw nothing. I'm just joking. Y'all gonna get me in trouble. Y'all gonna get me hit. See what y'all causing marital strife over here. YouTube's bad for you. Hey, Bullfrog or Uncle Al. Yep. Despite his mom's bad influence on him when he was young and stuff, with all that bottle feeding and crap, breastfeeding and bottle feeding and stuff, all that, and like cutting his food up for him. Whenever I babysit him, I just throw him in the floor with a live animal. I make him earn that food. They're right, son. That's all raised right. Yes, I would. I so would do that. I get yelled at when the knives are dull. I get yelled at when the knives are sharp. I cannot win around here. But I cut my finger. I didn't know you'd sharpen the knives. I found out it was dull. How many knives we got in the kitchen anyway? 50? Probably. I like knives. Knives are cool. Ooh, man, I should have said something while Rainbow Unicorn Militia was in here earlier, because
Why is it on caps lock?
That kukri you sent me, boy, that sucker will cut a goat's head right off. You seen? Go right through ribs too. That's how I butchered the. I used it for a cleaver when I was butchering.
True, David.
What?
Thanks to the previous administration's poor negotiating, Iran might have weapons we might not want in this country.
Yeah, there's that.
Night, El.
Good night, El. El, you sneaking out? Have a good night, girl.
Oh.
Just kidding, I'm back. You just wanted everybody to talk to you, huh? Yeah, it keeps, what do you call it, looping or whatever. It's probably YouTube saying, okay, dude, you've been on here long enough. I'll see now Courtney's trying to start a fight. It's kind of hard for him to work on the Unitarian and work on the card stuff when they've always got something to do. I gotta step in on Leland's side on that. Granted, he could do his time a little bit better, and I think he might if the freaking medicine didn't have him so doped out all the time.
David, it would be the first time we fought another country with decent spy tech like ours.
Russia, yeah. But I don't think Iran's got the spy tech we have. They have the backing of a country that has spy tech that like we do. But and Iran's not as backwater as everybody thinks it is either. They've had enough money that they've been able to invest in stuff that we wouldn't ordinarily give them. That one ship that Russia never got from France, which I think they're still a little pissed about, one or two. which I don't blame them. If if I paid that much money for a boat and you embargoed me or whatever and said no, you can't have it, if I'd have been Putin, I'd have blowed France off the stinking map. Yeah, over an aircraft or a helicopter carrier. We bought that boat. I mean, everybody always makes Russia to be the bad guy or whatever. If we just, say, okay, y'all do y'all's thing, we'll do our thing, it would go away. They're not an aggressor. I'm just saying. And I'm not the only guy on here that thinks that way. We are not infallible. Everything we do isn't for the greater good of mankind and the world.
Iran is the #1 country for bioweapons. They got a whole bunch of scientists from Russia after the collapse. Putin is not a fool. He does not want to start a war.
Well, no, but he can't. Neither is he a coward.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's elected by his people to protect them from outside aggression and to run the country in a manner in which everybody in Russia has a happy, healthy, successful, and free life. That's what he does. This isn't 1980s and this isn't Rambo 2 or whatever. This isn't, everybody's like, oh, Russia invaded Afghanistan. I remember this. I used to watch news. Still do watch news. Everybody's like, Russia invaded Afghanistan. We've got to do what we can. Now we're fighting the same people we armed to fight Russia. The reason Russia went into Afghanistan is because they were tired of the terrorists from Afghanistan going into the neighboring countries, who at the time were part of the Soviet bloc, killing their citizens. So they went over there and tried to stop it. Had we helped them, the Iran problem would not be here. Had we not interfered so much, had we shut Al-Qaeda and all that stuff down then, we wouldn't be dealing with it now. We made Osama bin Laden. And we need to quit trying to rewrite history to say we didn't screw up. We screwed up. That simple. Because back then the big evil was Russia, was communism. And it's... You okay, baby? Am I getting too political? Why then I going to get political? I don't blame her, because I'm actually pretty strong-willed on some of it. Because, and I'm not reading the comments, so. I don't know, there's some information out there, and if you actually check side to side, we do not want to try to stand toe-to-toe with Russia. We don't. I mean, even if we did win, the cost to the United States and its allies would be huge. And I'm talking huge. Even without the use of nuclear weapons. I mean, Russians are just as strong-willed as we are. they will, I mean, they'll pick up a spork and stab you to death to defend Russia, if that's all they've got. I mean, if all they got's a dead goat, they're going to pick up the dead goat and they're going to beat you with the dead goat. It's just who they are.
The cost of an all-out war is too high to fight.
It is. Man, I'm talking financially or in the terms of infrastructure and human life lost and production and money. I mean, it just, an all-out war is too expensive. That's the only reason we don't have one yet. Now, as soon as they figure out how to do it to where they can kill off just the ones they want, I think we might get it. Yeah, they're in here talking about video games now.
Just a few of them. Russia and China have been picking our tech for years. They don't need to nuke us. They can target our electronics and shut us down. When we burn from the inside out, we will be begging for help.
I still play on Xbox 360. Sometimes. I was going to do that tonight, and then I remembered that whatever. I actually got me a new controller. I'm going to get on there after I get off of here. I'm actually murking people and annoying them. Good night, CM. It's an hour and 42 minutes. I might want to get out of here my own self. It was a good chat though. I like doing this. It's kind of fun. Heads up to all you people. I'm gonna put up, if I remember to get the thing off my son. Leyland has the right drum thing, and I'll put a video up for it or whatever, and we'll start taking orders for t-shirts. So, Steve, I am not too old to play Xbox. I'm not. I used to believe that until my kids handed me the controller and got me to play. And then I was like, hey, this is fun. Good night. Yeah, well, I was telling everybody good night. We've been in here an hour and 44 minutes. Yes, we can take pre-orders for drum shirts. That's what I was telling them. I just want them to see what they're getting. I'll link. Y'all order them through me, and he'll be making them, and they'll be shipping them. I think they're going to be like $20 plus shipping or whatever.
David said he plays COD Ghost.
David, what's your gamer tag? Dead Rainbow Unicorn Militia, Texas Division. Rainbow Unicorn Militia, Texas Division, but we put the dead on it. Staff Sergeant is cool with it, just so y'all know.
Yeah, I don't get the dead.
And actually, I was thinking about doing the, if I can come up with it, we may do a hillbilly redneck unicorn militia.
Oh, and David said he doesn't play online.
Oh, that sucks. I actually I do go back and play the campaigns a lot though. Well, it actually says it's DRUM, Dead Rainbow Unicorn Militia, Texas Division, melting snowflakes to water the grass of freedom, and as per the request of L. Stewart, it says Wes S. loves you. So. Yep, it's been a blast, guys. And just FYI, for those of you, it's not going to be like an after show, but until I can figure out which night of the week is best or which day of the week is best, I think I'm going to start doing a live podcast at about 9 o'clock my time, 9 o'clock Central on Fridays. That should put me half an hour, 45 minutes after everybody else is done. So, it'll be just like this, but I'll try to do one. But the one on Friday nights is going to be different. It'll be, I'll actually have something to talk about, and I'll talk about it, and then we can just yak it up. Okay?
Ken, I've asked you a question.
Can I?
Some game.
No, I haven't. I actually looked at the Xbox Ones though. They got one for $2.99 that has that Player Unknown that comes with it. Because America. They did do a drum shirt and on one of the sleeves, one sleeve needs to say cause, and the other sleeve needs to say reasons. Cause reasons. And I'll pay for that one, Lee. Oh, that was going to Amherst. Yeah, now all I gotta do is cough up $300. Yeah, that's gonna happen real soon. Anyway, that's it, folks. Love all y'all. Thank y'all for stopping by. Stay alive, don't die. Seriously, don't know Jesus? He's right there. It's not that hard. Sometime tomorrow afternoon, I'll jump on here and we'll have a Sunday Bible study. Okay? I'll try to set it up and then give everybody enough time to get a notification if y'all are interested. Anyway, God bless y'all. Stay alive. Don't die. I have to click down here now because I'm not on the camera part. So, anyway. Be blessed. Y'all love each other like I love y'all.